So let's begin.
I resent my boyfriend and his ex-girlfriend because they're trying to maintain emotional intimacy.
Is that true? What does that mean to you, emotional? Well, what does it mean to him, emotional intimacy?
I hate doing this because I know that this is not founded in anything, and everybody, you know, it's like it's kind of
so
it's really
let's
immature.
go back. Well, you know, we are, honey. We're children at 90. So, as you answer the questions, you discover at the same time. It's a wonderful trip. It's a little threatening sometimes too, but
I've been through this like year after year since as long as I can remember, and the defense is so strong, it doesn't change. And I'm new to the work, and I'm excited about it because it seems like you gotta give it up.
What I've learned is as I question my mind, give up happens. It's not something I have to do. So what does emotional intimacy mean to him?
I don't know what it means to him, but what it looks like to me is that he has thoughts about her. Maybe he wishes that I were more like her in certain ways. Maybe he...
Do you love him?
Yes.
And if that's what he wants?
No. I don't want him to have that.
That's not love.
I don't care. I don't care.
Exactly. That's honest. So, sweetheart, I don't really love you, and I only want you to want what I want you to want.
But what is love anyway? I mean, we're all just here serving ourselves.
Personalities
basically.
Don't love. They want
Right.
something.
Right.
So you're just a very honest person. Just are you honest with him? So, sweetheart, I do not ever want you to have a life without checking in with me.
That's basically
And by
what
the
I
way,
want.
you know, everything that you think, check in with me first. And if you think you can do that, we're going to have a really happy life together. Are you happy when he's happy?
Yes.
Isn't that what you want?
But not when he's happy with something that I'm not happy with.
Well, as long as you let him know that, it's a beginning.
Yeah, we have
When he
good
says, do you love
communication.
me? Do you really care about me? You can say, no, not at all.
Is that what love is? That I want him to do things that hurt me?
We'll ask you.
I don't think that's what love is.
Well, sweetheart, what I can tell you is my husband can't do anything that hurts me yet. And I'm open.
Wait, can you say that again? That he doesn't do anything that
When
hurts me?
when he loves someone, I support it. Because I love him.
Even
when
if his
he's
attention,
happy,
his
I'm
attention is going to that person.
Absolutely, I'm spared. He's happy and I don't have to be a part of it. You know, I'm free and he's happy.
I'm not there. I want his
Well,
attention.
not there yet. Well, not there that you realize. You want his attention, why? What does that give you?
Fulfillment, joy.
A sense of security.
Security.
Yeah, a sense of
Pleasure,
security.
too.
There's nothing greater than I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Yeah. So let's hear what you've written.
I want my boyfriend to have fidelity for me. I want the ex-girlfriend to stop toying with his heart.
He is not faithful to you. Is that true? Is he monogamous? Yes or no?
Does monogamous include thoughts?
Let's ask you. If he doesn't shape up, have you ever thought about who's next? So, you know, what I'm getting from you is it does include thoughts.
Yeah, so he's not monogamous.
No. Turn it around.
I'm not monogamous.
Yeah, so you both have everything in common.
But I try to be monogamous.
Well, maybe you're just like
to
him.
most of the world, it doesn't even seem like an issue. Like that this is...
So, sweetheart, maybe he's trying to be monogamous too. Maybe he's just like you. Maybe he doesn't feel like he has to lose old friends in order to be monogamous with you. Well, you know, our mind goes where it goes.
But how... The old friends part is what I've heard, and this is not a new situation. This is why I know this is not him, because this is with every relationship I've ever been in.
Yeah.
So
it would have to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so read it again.
I want my boyfriend to have fidelity to me. I want the ex-girlfriend.
You want him to be faithful to you,
Yeah.
and we'll say that's the mind.
Okay.
Like he splits off through his mind. That's your story. He's not monogamous. His mind goes to her.
Yeah, and
That's
his
your
attention
story.
goes to her.
And his attention goes to
Yeah.
her. Okay. So he's not faithful. Is that true? Not faithful to you when he is. Can you absolutely know that that's true?
No, I can't know that that's true.
And how do you react when you think that thought? when
I
he's
go
with her?
into panic. I freak out.
And how does it feel to freak out like that?
It sucks.
And how do you treat him when you think that thought and you're freaking out?
Violently.
Yeah. And how does that feel inside of you when you attack him?
I feel
violently?
guilty. I feel shame. I feel
Yeah.
like, why would he want me anyway?
Yeah. And then also in that attack is your innocence. Attacking him is an attempt to prove your innocence.
Attacking him is an attempt to prove my innocence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
But I'm really convinced of my innocence.
Yeah. As we attack. And that attack says, I don't love you, I don't care about you, you're off, I give you all the reasons, and by the way, I'm innocent. Attack is about proving innocence. It's an attempt. It's old. Who would you be without this thought? Who would you be when he is with her if you could not make yourself believe that he is not faithful?
I mean, I can say these words, but it's not true for me. I don't feel this, but I could say the words that, well, I would be really happy for him. I would just be thrilled that he was, having a great time.
So, that would be more like you. We're not quite there yet. Isn't that where you feel the most peace? When you're happy for him? When you're happy for him, happy is happy. You're feeling happy.
Yeah, but not with when it's different. If he's eating a great meal and he's really happy, or he does, makes a great accomplishment at work and he's happy, that's a different feeling of happy.
So who would you be? See if you can hear the question. Who would you be if it were not possible to believe that he was not faithful when he was with her?
It'd be really sweet.
Okay, so now here's what we're learning from you, those of us really listening. With the thought, you attack him. Without the thought, the opposite. So how can he be your problem? With thought, believing that thought, you attack. When you don't believe the thought, you don't attack. In fact, the opposite.
I think what I'm feeling is that the thought protects me against what might happen. And
so when you're attacking him, are you protected?
No.
Everything you're afraid is going to happen, you're bringing on. The worst that can happen, you're living. With a thought, you attack him. With not believing the thought, you don't. So how can he be your problem? How can anyone outside of you be your problem? Not possible. If you think someone is hurting you, you are quite insane. You're believing your thoughts. And that's okay. Just know that that belief is what's hurting you, not that person.
The ex-girlfriend is needy, manipulative, untrustworthy, conniving, dangerous, greedy.
Okay, so let's turn it around one by one for all of us. For all of us, because It is so wonderful when your children, your parents, your lovers, your partners, your strangers, everyone comes at you with these. This is practice on, do you really want to know the truth? So you go in as they come at you. And she'll probably be softer, but some of them will come off with, like that. And when they came at me like that, I would think, how loud do they have to get for me to get it? Because I was so dense, but only for 43 years. So the first one, I am
needy.
Can you find it? Where are you needy?
Yeah.
Where are you so needy that you would try to pull another off of their path for your convenience? You know, I don't care about your path. I don't care about you. Don't care what you want. Focus here on me. Yeah, I love you. Focus here. I am needy. I'm needy. I'm working on it.
I'm manipulative.
Where are you manipulative? Where are you manipulative with him? And where do you manipulate your own mind? And you really did some good work with that, you know, how you manipulate him for his focus to be on you. The next one?
I'm untrustworthy.
Yeah, you say you'll love him no matter what, and you fall out of love like that.
I'm conniving, I'm dangerous, I'm greedy.
Conniving, especially when it comes to him.
Yeah.
And greedy, especially when it comes to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the truth that sets us free. So if anyone ever says, are you greedy? You can say, yeah. Yeah, I am.
I don't have too much problem with the honesty. I think I'm just, like, the defense, again, is like, I can't give up these thoughts.
Sweetheart, if he left you, what's the worst that would happen?
I'd be in the same place that I've been again and again and again and again in my adult life. And I'd be, like, at the end of my rope, emotionally.
Isn't that where you are when you're thinking like this, even with him?
Yeah.
So the worst can happen, you're already living.
Yeah.
So if she wins, you're just left with you again, which is what you've got when you're with him.
But she wins, I can't let that happen.
Well, you know, there's a way of looking at that. When he's with her, think of how intimate he'll want to be with you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your story about him. Look what she's getting. She's getting the man who wants to be friends with all of his old relationships. Maybe that's what you want for her. You can't lose, honey, that's all I'm saying. You're just left with this. With him or without him, you're left with this. Let's look at the next one.
I don't ever want to take second place to a manipulative woman, be tormented by all of my boyfriend's friendships with women.
I'm willing. Could happen again. The mind could go off on its insane little trip. I'm willing. Worst can happen is you enter the insane nightmare again and you wake you up.
Why is something so silly, why can something so dumb cause so much torment? I mean, I can see that as I read this is really dumb, but at the same time, it really flips me out.
Sweetheart, people kill over this. They murder. They spend lives in jail. They're executed. This is not nothing. They rob banks to keep people in their lives. They attack people to keep them in their lives. We try everything. There's self-murder that's always going on. The murder of the self. All the love in your heart. these thoughts, unquestioned, block that. You lose the awareness when you're in them. You just sit down. I'm willing.
I'm willing to take second place to a manipulative woman.
I look forward to. Close your eyes. See if you can get a picture of the two of them together.
Katie, I want to bash that against the wall when you say that.
Yeah. Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, honey. You've taken a pretty major trip. So read it again the way you wrote it.
I don't ever want to take second place to a manipulative woman and be tormented by all of my boyfriend's friendships.
So look how often in your mind you take a second place position. Over and over and over. So when we say, I'm willing to, it could happen again in our minds. And because we're willing to, we're open to sitting down and finding our way. Because he cannot give you happiness. Can't happen. You're responsible for that. And rather than going through life like that, defending, we just be open to that mental experience again. And sit down because he's gone, and in your mind, he's just preferring her, and you're feeling guilty about the way you've attacked him. So you sit down and be responsible for working your way through it.
I want to say this because there's so much love right here and I know this is the only place I'm ever going to be able to say this, so I want to say I look forward to taking second place to anyone if they're going to make him happy.
Yeah, it just had to come out of you because that's the bottom line truth of it. That's why you don't want to lose him. You just adore this guy. So can you close your eyes now? Take another shot at it? What do you see?
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
And when I take the me out of it, it's like nothing, you know? It's just a movie or something.
Exactly so. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a movie. You know, Hollywood, you know, they're just so good at putting it on the screen, and when something happens, go, oh my gosh, you know, we're in it. And the mind is the same way. It runs the movie. And when it's beautiful, we love it. But when it's not, we can question it, and we can wake ourselves up and see that the nightmare is just a movie. Just a movie. And that's our responsibility. Otherwise, we attack people we love, and then we feel guilt over it. And that's confusion. And confusion's the only suffering on the planet. There isn't any other. Like if Stephen wants to leave me, I get very, very excited because who could give him more happiness than I could? And he deserves that. And it makes me happy to know that he's happy. And it's like, who could be better than me? You know? And it would be just like Stephen to see such beauty in people, and then I could see it too. And if I don't, and if he doesn't, then there's something off somewhere. And it happens that he's monogamous through his actions, and that's my story. But in his mind, how can I know? Where is my mind? That's all I need to know. I am my partner. I'm the one I love. So that's all I can project onto him, or you, because I have taken care of this. I've given it what it's always been looking for, and that is peace with itself. And all I really did was question it and sit with it. Like my beloved child, you know.
Dear Katie, it's been 3 months since I sat with you and did the work on the jealousy I felt around my boyfriend and his ex-girlfriend. I'm amazed to report that a profound change seems to have taken place as a result of our time together. I feel like I'm in a secret little love affair with myself, and that whatever happens on the outside is just fine. Somehow, without trying, I've let go of the need to control the love my boyfriend feels for other people. This has allowed me to see him for the deeply loving man he is, and to love him even more for it. And now I see his ex-girlfriend as an ally, helping me to bring him all the love he can possibly receive. I see her with compassion and respect. This is a miracle. If you had told me that I could feel this way toward her, I would have thought you were insane. She's actually a wonderful person. I still feel threatened sometimes when I see his love going to someone else, but now I question my thoughts and I set myself free. Thank you, Katie, for sharing with me the key. Love, Marga.